Hey, Topper teachers! Welcome to another fabulous week of EDU 250, our online class. This week, we're going to be talking about lesson planning. So let's get started. Of course, we're going to start with our Module 6 guiding document. Got that right here. And I see here that we're going to be finishing our team teaching part 1 and that every single student must submit in order to receive credit. So what that means, we will have to dive into this link to find out more information. You're also going to continue to prepare for the praxis if you need to take it. Remember, not everyone needs to take the praxis core. ACT scores, if you meet the criteria, can meet these requirements. So look into that. If you do need to take the praxis, it's a good idea to take it as soon as possible. It's not required for this course, but it's still a good idea to get ahead of those requirements for admission to teacher education. Also, you're going to need to read chapter 5 of your textbook, which is linked right here, and complete the simple 20-point quiz in Google Classroom. So let's take a look at what it means to finish team teaching part 1. All right, so part 1 is due in module 6. So this is a 10-minute lesson in which everyone in the group will actively participate. So first thing you need to figure out, and this is going to be mostly related to the group leader to organize this discussion, is to decide what to teach. So you want to focus on something you like to do. It might relate to sports. It might relate to baking. I've seen every lesson you can imagine, and I love it when my students are passionate about it. It does not have to be a school-focused lesson. So if you're planning on becoming a 10th grade chemistry teacher, this doesn't need to be a 10th grade chemistry lesson. No, we're not ready for that. Let's focus on something a little more simple, a little more day-to-day. All right? So think of something that everyone in the group can relate to: how to bake brownies, how to do a proper jumping jack, something along those lines. And you're going to want to divide and conquer. This week, you'll be working on submitting a copy of the lesson plan. So you're going to click on this link and you're going to fill in the categories accordingly. So you're going to want to decide who from your group is going to fill in each of the categories. Your group must include an assessment. This is where most students lose their points. So if your lesson is that all the students will be able to know how to properly make brownies by the end of it, well, then your assessment should be that the students are going to make brownies. Now, of course, you're not actually in a classroom setting, so you can't actually make them make brownies. You can't make me make brownies. I will still make the brownies because I love brownies. But that needs to be included in your lesson plan. So keep that in mind. This is called alignment. And if you don't have alignment, we call that misalignment. So if you say your students are going to be able to make brownies and then your assessment is a multiple choice quiz, well, that's going to be misalignment and you'll lose points. All right. So this is part 1. This is just the written lesson plan. In future, we'll get into making the video where you're going to actually work on teaching that lesson. But this week, it's just the written lesson plan. If you have any questions, reach out to me, send me an email, send me a message, and I'm here for all of you. Let's have a great week. All right. Go Tops.